Hello and welcome to my channel Greenline Goddess Tarot. This is your weekend reading for June the 11th and the 12th. And yeah, this weekend, my goodness, a lot happening. There is a Venus and Uranus conjunction occurring. So, give or take a day depending on where you are in the world. And this is a really lucky conjunction. Venus is a benefic planet that rules love and money, and it can be some sort of exciting new development or something really lucky that comes in. It may not be for you. It might be for a friend or someone in your life. Venus rules love and money, like I said, so there could be something that starts up like that. It could be the start of a cycle, so it might not necessarily happen on this day, but I feel like it's like a lucky little surprise or a good surprise could be coming in with this, which if you know where Taurus is because it's all happening in the sign of Taurus, if you know where Taurus is in your natal chart, then this will be the area of work that you may be, the area of life. I said work because Taurus is in my house of work. Sixth house of work and health. But this is where you might be actually experiencing that in your life, the area of life you might be experiencing it. So yeah, it's a nice conjunction and kind of so much has been unearthed. It's been quite a volatile week emotionally that this is going to be like a bit of a happy surprise, which could be really nice to come through. The other thing that's happening is that we're moving into that energy of the Sagittarius full moon, which is happening on the 14th. And as you know, you start feeling the energies 3 to 5 days before, depending on kind of how intense the moon is, and 3 to 5 days afterwards as well. So that's going to start having an impact. And that moon has the potential for some of you to heal some of the things that have been unearthed and triggered recently. So it's going to be different for all of you. It's going to be easier if you're a fire sign, because you're going to be trining this Sagittarius energy, or if you're like ascendant energy is like a fire energy. And so it's going to be different for all of you, and some of you might experience in a way that you don't trust it, but that's the kind of higher realm that you can get to with it. So we're going to start feeling, and this full moon always wants to bring in the bigger picture, the higher truth, freedom. It wants to show you parts of your life where you felt really restricted, and that's pretty much what's happening at this moment in time. Lots of things are being triggered around restrictions, and then this moon's wanting to show you the path of freedom ahead, but then it's like, I don't know if I can really do that. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm walking straight through that path. And others of you are going, I don't know if that's true or real. So it's going to be different for all of you, like I said. But let's just see what energy is coming in for the weekend. So yeah, potentially some exciting developments coming in, or exciting changes or positive shifts and changes to do with love and relationships or your financial situation. So let's see what's coming through with this. We've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, let's see how she's feeling. There's a little bit conflicted, okay? Emotionally conflicts have been around. The Eight of Cups, walking away from a lot of energies that have been deeply unfulfilling. There's a shift and change coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is where you're able to see this Wheel of Fortune is like the lucky break, or the thing that could be coming through. And we've got the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, it is reversed. So this is the Gemini energy coming in. We are in Gemini season. So, and yeah, Venus is in Taurus. So a lot happening. It's like there's been so much going on inside your mind. Quite literally, like with the Knight of Swords reverse, this is more like an internal energy of what's being inside your mind, your thought processes around internal conflicts, around some emotions, around things that just didn't feel right emotionally. That Queen of Cups could be related to somebody around you who the Queen of Cups is like a mother energy or a nurturing energy, or somebody that you wanted love from and nurturing, and maybe you weren't getting it. Or maybe this is you, conflicted about where you're wanting to kind of what areas or the people you want to love and nurture in your life, and this could be yourself as well. But then in comes the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, which is actually saying let's look at the bigger picture here. Let's just bring our focus back up and out and see what it is that we can change about this situation. And so this is where you're not caught up in the minute details or the thoughts or your mind. You're kind of checking in with your higher self and looking at the bigger picture energy and looking at higher truths and seeing what can be activated around there. And I know we had it was a very similar energy yesterday, was about shifting your perspective. This is kind of a bigger energy, a bigger version of that, where you can actually activate a big change here. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is like, right, okay, now I can look at my life and say, I've got this seed here, the Seven of Pentacles. Where can I plant that in somewhere new and different that can bring in some growth? So it's a very grounded, practical approach to what was potentially a lot of emotional and mental conflict that could have been going on in your life recently. So you're potentially thinking of detaching or walking away or making some different decisions around emotional responses, reactions, or people in your life that you've got emotional connections to. And this decision with the Seven of Pentacles is I'm just going to not react. Firstly, it's a very slow, deliberate, and that's what the Knight of Swords could actually be reversed. It's more like, whoa, slow down, boy, because we can see how fast that horse is going. It's like, whoa, slow down. Let's slow this down for a second and look at it from that higher perspective and really think about this. And it's the Seven of Pentacles is a very slow, methodical, patient energy where it's like, let's sit and have a conversation and talk things through where we're not reacting to things, or I'm not reacting to a situation emotionally. I'm actually just looking at it with a fairly logical and rational kind of practical mind and going, well, what can I actually do now that I'm in this calmer space? What can I actually do? And sometimes the Seven of Pentacles looks at your daily routines. It can be like, where do I want to invest my time, energy, and money so that I'm seeing the growth in my world and perhaps seeing a solution to this emotional turmoil or mental conflict that's been going on in your life. So it's very much slow something down. Slow those thought processes, those internal reactions and those emotions down. And it's very grounded. I kind of get with it. And this is potentially where the Wheel of Fortune is about a change and the Seven of Pentacles is Venus and Uranus together. It can quite literally be bringing you a very, and this can be the development. It doesn't have to necessarily be exciting. It could just be a shift, a change. Uranus is the great awakener. It is the liberator, it frees you from something, but it does bring in change. It wants to change and shift something up. So it's kind of like, maybe you quite literally might be looking at where you're shifting and changing your money or your time or your routines, your energy, and in particular in relationship to how you're feeling emotionally safe within a relationship, and even how your own thoughts and reactions are tripping you up, or to a particular person in particular. It's like, it's wanting to move forward with quite a productive energy. So it feels very grounded, like I said, and that's where take a deep breath. That would be the first thing to do to help ground you into your body. And even just getting outside, I don't know what the weather's going to be like where you're at, but just anything that will help you feel grounded. It could be eating something that is really good for you, feels good for your soul, some good food, or it could be going out and going for a walk or a hike, or even being in the ocean can be very grounding because it's the earth, even though it's water, and that would be actually very cleansing for these emotional energies as well. Something that kind of gets you connected to your body and your physical present reality. So however that presents, and obviously anything like meditation, contemplation, even something like just sitting in the sun, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but it's like slow everything down, ground down, and this is where you're going to feel a lot better about how you're moving forward with this. So that is the weekend reading, and this is kind of more of a bigger picture energy to do with what is going on. And ultimately, like we said, we're seeing with the Eight of Cups, we're seeing the moon, we see that moon in the Eight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. So it's the Sagittarius moon is just, it's very, very subtle in this reading, but it's just there. And it's saying, yep, this is the start of it, showing you a few things about how you can release some old energies, emotional energies that are not fulfilling you, to step into this freedom. So interesting. So that is the reading for the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday.